had, well, I stepped in a cat puke and I had to get it cleaned up. It was most upsetting, but looks like we have a few people on. I'm gonna go over what I'm gonna make here in a minute. Got a few things planned, but the other thing I have planned is for this afternoon. So what I have planned for today is going to be a charm necklace, and I think it's going to be really cute. So let's see who all is on. Anita is also here besides Brandy. Hello, ladies. I'll turn down and show you what I'm going to do here in just a moment. Hey, Marianne. So I wasn't originally going to go live today, but hi, Miranda. Hi, Sid, but Beth talked me into it. So hey, Donna, if you like seeing me today, say thank you to Beth because it was her idea. And here I am. So, hi, Deborah. So I'll be live twice today for you members. Of course, you'll see me at 1 o'clock this afternoon as well as right now. And then, of course, I'll have a live for tomorrow. I haven't decided what I'm going to make tomorrow. I do have ideas for both today and this afternoon, but I will have to give it some thought on what I want to do tomorrow. I'm probably going to work on maybe a fairy necklace of some style, or some earrings or something like that. We'll see. But how's everybody doing today? Now, me, I hurt my leg last night. And yeah, I do mean my bad one. I don't know what I did for sure. I just woke up in the night with it being really, really painful. I think what happened was that I twisted it a little bit. Okay. I plugged my light in, took it down and plugged it in last night. So it's all charged back up again for now. So that's good. Anyway, I must have twisted it some way in bed because I woke up with it just throbbing. And I think I probably overextended it a little bit. Anyway, what we're going to do is we're going to make a charm necklace today, using these this one of these big starfish and some of the little starfish that Brandy gave me in my package from her. And then when I was searching through, when I was going and separating my beads out again, I found these really pretty starfish. We have green and teal. So I figured that we would do the big one in the middle, and then a couple of the glass ones, and then a couple of the metal, and then glass, and then metal, and go down the way that way. We need to wrap me in bubble wrap. Well, I'm not sure it would have done much good last night because, like I said, it was one of those things that happen in the night kind of things. So I need to get some pins out for our starfish. So I'm gonna just pull the little case out so I don't have to worry about it later. So this is a pretty simple design that we're going to make here. It's well, Oh, hi, Beth. I didn't see you come in. Beth is the one who talked me into doing a live again today. I wasn't planning on it originally, but Beth encouraged it. So I went along with it. So here we are. And so I pretty much have this designed pretty much figured. It's going to be pretty simple. Um, let's turn down. I'll show you what I mean. So let's go ahead and turn. So here is our, I'm going to pull this up just a hair's breadth. Maybe just a little bit more. There we go. So anyway, here is our silver starfish, and then we have the little ones. I pulled out 6. There are more in case I wanted more. And then we have these glass starfish, and they are teal and green. So we're going to cut these loose. And what I plan on doing with these is putting them every other one in between our silver ones. Now that's probably going to be enough, but I'm going to keep these here just in case we decide to, we need a few more on the other sides here. I also have 2 more starfish just in case. So what we're going to do is we're going to wrap these up. And I've got my pins here, so we need 4 pins to do that. And then we'll cut our chain the length we want it, and then we'll start adding these to our chain. So I'm thinking these already have a ball head, so they probably don't need any other spacer, but let's see what it looks like and see if I want to add more spacer down at the bottom. It probably doesn't need it. So we'll just wrap these up, and we got to be careful with the top of these because they are glass, so we'll want to make sure we don't break the tips up. Like I said, this is a pretty simple design today, so we'll see how we do as far as our hour is concerned. I do have the members live at 1 o'clock this afternoon. We're going to make a macrame bracelet this afternoon on our members live, which should be fun. Hi, Chris. Thank you, ladies. And yes, Marianne, please do hit the like button. I'd appreciate it. Helps me greatly. I'm thinking I'm going to make this necklace like 18 to 20 inches. I'm not sure if I want to go more 20 or more 18. Um, I don't want a lot of, down low kind of thing. But we'll see what we decide. So these pliers are going to need oiled. The wire seems to be in there all right, but it's not. Maybe it's not. It's not sitting properly. See, they don't want to open on their own. Let's see. This is fine. Yeah. See that the wire is slipped over to the side. See, it's way over here. It's not working quite right. It should be over here. But then when it gets pressed, it goes back and stays over here. So I may have to call it a day with this particular pair of pliers, unfortunately. I do hate to get rid of my pliers, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do. So I'm going to hold on to this here, and I'll use the ones that aren't working well so I don't have to worry about opening and closing them. I'm going to wrap this baby up. Now I do want to be careful here because I don't want to break my star here. There we go. One down. Actually, he's going to go in here. Hi, Cynthia. Hi, Gina. So anyway, I'm sorry. Like I said, I was sorry I was a few minutes late this morning, but I came over here to turn my lights on and such, and I had to re-put this one that's up here back in place because I had to pull it down to charge it. And in walking over here, I stepped right into a cat pukey, and I was like, ugh. So I had to clean that up and not fun. And then, as if that wasn't bad enough, I found another one that I cleaned up. And then I thought I had everything. And then I came back over here after I had got everything I thought cleaned up and stepped in another one. And I'm like, who the heck is doing so much puking this morning? But so that's why I was a little late, because I was cleaning up little cat messes. So never a fun thing. Now see, these teal stars have red in them. They're pretty cool. See the red down the side there? So, but I actually thought, well, starfish are usually orange. You'd do better if you had some of these in orange, but I don't. So this one is being uncooperative. It wants to go down too far, or it wants to go up too far. And I'm just going to have to be careful with it. So anyway, it was an interesting morning. But Now, where did that go? Now, I have the Fairy Festival starting in it's a week from Friday is setup day, and they just sent the notice, and I'm like, oh my goodness, is it really that close? I hope that, I'm not going to have problems, um, because I'm sort of in the middle of the field, and we can drive into setup, but I have to walk in for the shows. And one of the ladies said, do we need to ask them to move you closer to the front? And I'm like, well, it might be good, but at the same time, I don't want to inconvenience anyone. So I don't know. But we'll see how it goes. So there is our pretties. Hi, Leanna. So what we're of course going to do, I've got this chain, and we're going to get the length cut, and then we're going to start putting our we got to find the very center for our big one here, and then we'll go over probably about 6 to go to our next pretty. This is when you're putting things on chain, this is one place where you want to be even, because of course your chain turns. So say if you want it in this, you want to go over here to here, so that you have it in an even slot, so that your chain is going in the same direction. So let's push these up a little bit. I know today I'm not having much interaction because I know what I want to do. You love this starfish, Kimberly? Yeah, they're pretty, aren't they? Like I said, I found these. If you'll recall, when I opened the package from Brandy, I said, this would make a big, pretty charm bracelet, but we need something to go in between all the silver to add some color. And then when I was working on some more of my beads yesterday, I found this strand of starfish. And I'm like, okay, there we go. That'll work. That's perfect. So that is what we're doing. Now I have to decide if I want to make this 18 or 20. And I can tell you right now that I don't think our lobster claws will go into this particular chain, because I think the links are too small. So I could go 18 and then get a little different chain to put on for an extender in case people want it longer. So I think that's what I'll do. So we want 12, then we want another 6. It's right here. We'll get our heavy duty cutters, because I do believe this is steel. It doesn't say, it just says shiny silver. I got this but that cut pretty hard, so yeah, I'd say it's steel. I got this spool at Hobby Lobby. Ooh, it's getting a little low. I may have to get me a new one. So now we have to find the middle one, and it has to be definitely the middle one. So if it's not, well, technically it doesn't have to be, because we are going to put hardware and such on, but it has to be darn close to the middle, and this one did not come off. There we go. Looks like we twisted up here. So I'm hanging this off my, this is my bead reamer. You can use an awl as well. This is not in the middle. There is 2 links down there. So I'm going to cut one more of these links off to make sure I've got my middle starfish in a middle link. Like I say, you don't technically actually have to be in the middle, but you do have to remember that starfish is going to be the middle of your necklace. So it's right here. And I'm going to make a little mark on it so I can find it again when I go to put the when I hook our starfish on. So let go. Come on. Now I don't have one of those pieces that strings your chain up, which is sort of a pity. I've always thought I need to get one, but I have never done so. So that's on me. So we're gonna open one of these up. And we're going to see if this is going to hang straight or if I need to, are going to have to get two jump rings to do this. Where are you at? There we go, right there. Yeah, I definitely am going to have to get another pair of pliers, though. I know I have some. I'm just not sure where I have them stuck at. Okay. So there's our middle starfish. Now, as I said, because of the way a chain twists around, you're going to want to go every other one. It's got to be an even number, in other words, to go up. So we're going to go 1. Come on, lay the right way here. So 1, 2, 3, or count right rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 is going to be this one. And I want to make sure that I've got it sitting straight. This one right here. And then we're going to put our first glass one in place. Okay, I missed stuff. Let's see what I've got missing here. Hi, Dawn. Yeah, I'm not even sure how long ago I got them because they were in one of my boxes. So, but yeah, this was a Hobby Lobby closeout, is what they were, unfortunately. So we're going to go with our green one here. And we decided this was number 6 here. Okay, these are going to drive me nuts. I'm definitely going to have to get another pair. And I think I'll switch them for my flats right now. No, twisty up. How close are we? Close, but not so close that I think they're going to smash each other too much, hit into each other too much. So just go up the line like this on this side and again on this side. Hi, Charlie. Now we're going to go up 6 again. 1, 2. Come on, chain. No twisting up here. Goes this way. Come on, slide over there. Arr. Little turd. It's funny that this little guy is giving me more problems going on than the big one was. Come on. Twist over there where you should be. Chain has decided to twist up on me anyway. There we go. Maybe not. What are you doing here? This is the one reason I don't like doing things like this, because things like to, there we go, got it right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And would you please stop being difficult? There is plenty of room over here. Go over here. Of course it wants to fight me because I'm on camera. If it wasn't on camera, it would just go straight on without any issues, most likely. Get back over there. Called it out and now it stops. Okay. And one thing I need to check to make sure now is that that little that little starfish is facing the right direction, which it seems to be doing. That's good. So finally got it on. Hey, Bonnie. I need a third hand. I do need a third hand. I know exactly what you mean. I don't have one. I've frequently told myself I need to get one, but I haven't. I considered just hooking it to my lines on either side here. Oops, we want this one. That goes over there. Now we're going to go up again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 right here. Okay. Now this side just needs this last. This last silver one over here, and this side will be finished. Come here, you. Oop. I think these little guys have a big, a good size. The link is bigger than you would expect for something this small. It's thicker anyway. Oh, I was afraid of that. It doesn't want to. Come on, you. Go over there. Okay. Now we just got to do the other side. Oh, Well, bye, Gina. Hope you have a nice day. I have seen them also, Leanna. I just don't do enough of these type that I've ever bothered to get one. Um, one thing about it, when you're when you're doing these on camera, if I were to be using the what they call the third hand, it would be way up here, and you really wouldn't be able to see too much of what I was doing because it would be hanging. So that is one of the reasons I've never bothered to get one. So the glass stars are so much easier to put on. Come on. There we go. There we go. You know, I was scrolling through my Facebook the other day, and I came upon this one of these people that does the eating contests, and it's called Katina Eats Kilos, and I was just like blown away because this Katina weighs like 125 pounds, just this teensy tiny person, and she eats all this food, and I'm like, good God, how is she so tiny? No, I could just look at that food and be gaining weight. But apparently she's a professional eater. But my God. So I was just sort of blown away by watching her because it's just sort of was pretty shocked. Okay, I got it twisted. Come on, you guys, twist over to the right way. Okay, they are. Last one coming up. Now I could put more on if I wanted to do some more up, but I just don't think, I think it's good just here. We don't want to over to it, I don't think. Oh well, last one decided to really behave. It went straight on. I'm shocked. So there we go. Now, like I say, we could put more on if we wanted to, but I really don't think it needs any more. Do you guys think it needs any more? If so, I think I'd go to the greens. It would make it easier, yeah. Let's see. So anyway, I think we're good. So now what I need to do, I think it turned out pretty, is we need to get a larger jump ring now and a lobster claw and a little bit of extender chain. Now, as far as extender chain is concerned, we could use the same extender chain we used yesterday. Oh, and actually, since I like a pretty at the end of my extender chain, I think we'll leave one of these starfish out to put on the end. I think that'll work just dandy. So, can one of these, two of these actually, one for the extender. Then I'm going to get my jump rings back out, put these away, get a big one. Lobster claw. Test it, make sure it's working all right. It is, that's good. And I think we'll get that same chain that we used yesterday out because we already tested it. We do know that it will here's another little piece, but which we could also use. It's big enough and it's got big enough holes, matches that we may go with that one because it's got plenty big enough holes for our lobster claw to go in. It's about the same size as our jump ring, and we only need probably about half of this, though I could just leave the whole of it. It's about 4 inches, I think, maybe. Don't want to bang my glass beads here. Yeah, it's just a tad over 4 inches. So I could cut it at the 2 inches because that's about how much how much extending I was thinking it could go to. And it doesn't really need to be more than that, I don't think. So I'm not sure if this chain is welded or not. If it is, we have to cut it. If not, we can just open it up. Let's find out. If it's welded, when I try to do this, it's going to just mangle this link. Nope, it isn't. So that's good. So pull this piece off and we can close this piece of chain back up. Put this back in my chain pile there. Then we will open this guy up. And I was actually thinking I might have done better to move these green ones out a little bit, but I'm not going to do, we'll worry about it now because we are got all the chains in and all the starfish on, and I don't want to redo everything. So here is our chain on, our extender chain. And I will take this little guy here. And there we go. We're all done. So, relatively simple project today, but I think it turned out really cute. So, ouch. Sorry, bumped the sore spot on my leg. Do I have a store? I have an Etsy store. It is www.etsy.com/shop/in Rose's Garden. I wonder if it'll let me put it in. Let's find out. Ah, good. It did let me put it in. I wasn't sure if it would. I will admit to you that most of the things we make here are not on there. Some of them are, but not all of them. If there's something in particular that you wanted, then you would need to let me know so that I could put it on there. A lot of this stuff I just put directly into my craft show inventory. So I do have that. The rabbit hole known as Amazon. Yeah, it is sort of a rabbit hole, isn't it? I have some of my pretty sapphires here. I was thinking of taking like 4 or 5 of them and putting them in a tiny bottle and then wrapping the top up so that you could hang them on a chain if you wanted to, and then making those as some prizes for my shows, but haven't done so yet. So let's turn us up. And you lost me at the slash, huh? Now, see, this I don't think would be all that expensive because the starfish were 59 cents a piece. There's 4 of them. And truthfully, I don't know how much these would be because they were a gift. The chain, I think, is 95 cents a foot. It is, and we used 1.5 feet. So that's about $1.50. And then, of course, we have the lobster claw that's 40 cents. We have some extender chain, which might be like a quarter. Jump rings, 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, 11 at 4 cents each. And then the wires are about 15 cents each, so that's about. And then, like I said, I'm not sure about the starfish pieces. I'm thinking I would probably want put at least 20 cents down for each of the small ones. And maybe a quarter, so that's $1, maybe like 50 cents or $1 for this. So let's call it $2. So the straight base price for this would be $7.55. Now, like I've said before, I tend to do this in 2 different ways. I can take this and take the $7.55 times 4, and that'd be $30.20. So I'd make it about $30. Or I can do $7.55 times 2 plus my time, which it's been almost an hour, so I'm going to say at least, well, it's been at least a half hour, so another probably 15, because I charge $30 an hour. So if I said it took me a half hour, we could put 15 in, and then again we're at $30. So this would be $30 if I was selling it person to person. If I was selling it on Etsy, it would probably be about, it would probably be about $40. And that's because of the fees, the boxing, the shipping, all of the, the processing fees, all that wonderful fun stuff. So, yeah, if I sold this on Etsy, I'd probably make it be $36 to $40. Probably closer. Yeah, let's go in the middle. Call it 38. And on, like I said, at a craft fair, it would probably be, well, it was $30 and change, so I might make it like 31 or 32, but that'd be about what it would be. So. That's a pain in the rear, Cynthia, because changing things once they're set up can be a bit much. It can't it? So um, I think this needs turned down just a smidgen more. Sorry, guys. It's driving me nuts up there. So, but anyway, there's our necklace all finished. It's pretty simple. He's sitting like so. No, we definitely wouldn't have wanted any more because it is short enough that adding more would have put them up around your neck. So I think it's perfect the way it is. So there we go. Very simple little starfish necklace, charm necklace. So hope you guys enjoyed making that with me. I think I may call it a day here. Well, for now, we'll see the members later at 1 o'clock. Well, 1 o'clock my time. As far as you guys are concerned, that would be noon on are the starfish sterling? I doubt it. They were gifts, so I'm not sure. But I didn't notice any 925s on them, so I doubt very strongly if they're sterling. They're probably either steel or base metal. So and if they were sterling, it would probably cost a lot more because let's face it, you're not going to get one for a quarter. So anyway, it's almost the hour, and I'm gonna do something really bizarre for me, and we're gonna leave at the hour instead of going over it quite a bit like we normally do. And I hope you enjoyed making this little necklace with me. I will be back at, like I said, 1 o'clock for the members, which is noon for the West Coast, and then 2 for Central and 3 for the East Coast. So I hope everybody has a lovely day. For the members, I'll see you later. If you're not a member, I'll see you tomorrow morning. Now, I don't have anything planned for tomorrow morning. I'm going to have to think on it. I do have something planned for this afternoon. Love you too, Beth. It was Beth, ladies, who talked me into doing the live today. So you can say thank you to her if you enjoyed it. And I will like I say, see the members later. And I don't have a plan for tomorrow. We'll think of something. I do have a plan for a Softlex video that I'm going to record either this afternoon or tomorrow. That will be up Saturday. I do not do any lives on Saturday because everybody's home in my household. So anyway, we'll see you all later. This has been Rose from Rose's Garden, and we've been making this pretty starfish charm necklace. There we go again. Isn't that pretty? And hope you enjoyed making it with me. We'll see y'all later. Bye-bye.